Welcome back to our Week 6 edition of Sports Talk ATL College Football Gambling Locks. I'm joined by Larson Griffith and Jake Gordon. Guys, we had a little bit of, the first time I think, a little bit of a down week last week. I feel like for most of the time we're consistently well over 500. A lot of us went around 500 or even below 500. So we got to bounce back. So let's get right into it. Rutgers, Nebraska.
I got one thing real quick. I'm already 1-0. I had UCF last night -3. There was a report that came out that SMU had a couple players into the portal. Or they didn't enter the portal. They said they were sitting out the rest of the year because they wanted to preserve their red shirt and go in the portal. But those guys weren't really impact players. And SMU, I think, was up at half, and then UCF just took off on them. It ended up, I think it was 14-10 SMU at half, and UCF ended up winning 41-14. So I got out alive on that one. I thought that one was cooked to start the week.
Sounds good to me. But Rutgers and Nebraska, battle of just two disgusting teams. Just two flat-out nasty motherfuckers.
I'm going to go with barf on that one. I'm good.
I mean, I think Nebraska wins, but I'm not betting it.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah,
really.
I'm fine not betting that at all. Houston and Memphis in a battle that Houston kind of been disappointing this year.
This isn't an official play, but I just take the over. That's an over game. This is a game like 3 years ago. You turn on the TV and it's like 65-59 or something like that. This is an over.
I got nothing in that either. Colorado State and Nevada. Colorado State.
Those are two really bad
horrific game.
Really bad teams.
If you just fade, but is Colorado State on the road to being just like the team that just like, you look at up at the end, it's like, yo, they're 1-12 against the spread, and I didn't bet them nearly enough. Like, I feel like we're going to look up at the end of the year, and it's like, I'm going to take Nevada. I'm going to hop on. I know that's a fucking little
Colorado State's 0-4 against the spread, so you might be.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So we're going to look up at the end of the year, and we're going to be like, why didn't I bet against Colorado State every fucking game?
But
I feel like that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to hop on the train. I know this is what Vegas wants you to do because eventually they're going to cover a couple games, but I'll go Nevada.
I need to check on Nevada. I don't know how they are against the spread because they're 2-3 against the spread.
They're 2-3. It's not terrible. And I remember, I know they're 2-3 like on the year too. I mean, Colorado State's terrible.
For what it's worth, all of the signals here are on Colorado State. I'm not sure.
I know, but like
it's so gross.
I feel like that's been every Colorado State game this whole year. And it's like, dude, bet Colorado State, and they just suck so bad.
Yeah, they're bad.
UNLV and San Jose State.
This line has moved from 1.5 to 6.5. So.
And we got the game of the week early today, and it's absolutely bullshit. This isn't a night game. It's absolute horseshit. It's the best game of the week. LSU and Tennessee. This line, 3 points.
Enjoy it while you can, Chase. This week.
That's absolutely shocking to me that this line's only 3 points.
Do you know why that the game is not a night game?
Because the CBS had what? They had the first and third choice, and ESPN had the second choice. And they took Alabama, Texas A&M, which is one of the shittiest games ever.
Which is why I thought we were going to get the night game. I thought we were going to be second choice, and you guys were going to be the other CBS game. But we got 3:30.
Well, no, it was CBS had first and third. So, the ESPN had second. I don't know why ESPN at 12 o'clock has second.
Because ESPN can't put their game up against CBS's night game. That's in the contract.
No,
I thought we were going to be the CBS night game in college.
I mean, it's BS because it's the one time I go to – it's the second year in a row. We've had, I think since the turn of the century, LSU has had 11 or 12 games at noon. That's it, since the turn of the century. The last 2 years I've gone, Florida and Tennessee, fucking noon games. But hey, last time I was there, Florida, we were 7-point underdogs, got the dub. Florida turned out to be shit.
Was that the shoe game?
Yeah. No, that wasn't the shoe game.
No, the shoe game was a night game.
The fact that Florida can't beat LSU when we go 6-6 in back-to-back years, they're never beating us. But I'm not betting on this. LSU's fucked me twice this year. They fucked me last week against Auburn.
The fact that you can't believe the line. Yeah, exactly. That tells me everything I need to know. LSU plus. I got LSU plus 4. I'm riding.
I got LSU as well. I got them at 4.
I mean, I think Tennessee's fraudulent. To be honest, I think Florida's a terrible team, and that was a close game. That's. Well,
this is by far Tennessee's toughest game too. I mean, they're going to go on the road. It's going to be unlike any other game they've played. Pitt does not count.
And I'm telling you, I know this is an 11 o'clock game, but LSU, this is the first home game in the Brian Kelly era where they've won 4 games in a row. It's going to be fucking awesome. The gates are opening at 9 o'clock. They're serving beer at 9:01.
Let's go.
They're serving beer in the stadium at 9-1. They're one of the only stadiums that
I'm with you, Chase. I'm with you.
Let's fucking go, baby.
I'm with you.
Maryland, Purdue.
Pass.
Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan. Ooh, battle of the East and West.
Winner gets Central Michigan, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Florida and Missouri.
Pass.
I kind of would take Florida. I'm not going to. I wonder where Missouri's head is after they
blowing.
have the win against Auburn. That's 2 close games. They've got the win and they can't get it done. I just wonder where they are.
But you have to think that like Missouri might be slightly better than we thought they were. Like I thought they were the dumpster fire of the SEC. Like
because they were really bad to start the
season. They should have beaten Auburn and
could have beaten Georgia. They could be 4-1.
Yeah, like that Georgia game was to the wire. I'm staying away though. I mean, still in the swamp. Texas and Oklahoma.
I got Texas.
This is an ugly game. That line it's a lot of line movement early too.
This is my rat line of the week. This is the one that might end up, this might be the mousetrap that snaps my neck because I don't know anybody betting Oklahoma, and that tends to be a problem usually. But I like Texas a lot. I think Quinn Ewers is going to be back. Dylan Gabriel, he got clobbered last game. I don't know if he's going to be back. Oklahoma cannot stop a nosebleed on defense. If Quinn Ewers plays like he did against Alabama, then Texas should cover this pretty easily.
That's what worries me though. I mean, it's everybody, the public, everyone's betting Texas.
I see it 50.
These games are always close,
I'm
man.
I'm always got different numbers than you on my thing.
I'm on Action, and it looks like Texas is at
Action's
67%.
Good. Yeah, and 84% of the money. I don't know. Texas should win, but I mean, should.
But this line's getting bet up. I mean, it opened at 5. Now
it's a 1-unit play for me. I got him at a touchdown.
I'd probably stay away. I just haven't.
It'll be a good game to watch.
I don't know anything about those 2 teams. Louisville and Virginia.
Yikes.
Both those teams suck.
I like this. Yeah. I like this one. Mississippi State -9.5 against Arkansas.
This is my game of the week. This is my play of the week. I got Mississippi State. Arkansas has maybe the worst secondary I've ever seen.
Arkansas is terrible. And Mississippi State, I think a lot of people started doubting because they lost to LSU. They kind of played terrible in the second half. They got shut down a little bit, but
they dominated that game.
They dominated A&M.
Yeah,
they dominated A&M, and A&M has a good defense. Like they can put up points.
I like
Arkansas.
Sorry, Chase, you cut out. Go ahead.
Arkansas is a terrible, terrible pass defense. You said it. I love Mississippi State. Public heavy on Arkansas +9.5. I've said it for a while now. Arkansas is a 6-16. They might not even be that.
And also, KJ Jefferson probably isn't going to play in this game, and their backup quarterback is Cheeks.
Yeah, right. I mean, I love Mississippi State. That. If there's a big bet of the week, that's Mississippi State.
This is a 5-unit play for me. I had him last week against A&M. I said A&M wouldn't be able to keep up with him. I said Mississippi State would run him off the field. That is exactly what happened. I see a repeat of that this week.
All right, Michigan and Indiana.
Yeah, I would lean Indiana, but ugh.
Yeah, I personally bet Indiana. I'm not going to put it as a lock. Maybe a look-ahead spot. Michigan-Penn State next week. That's a big game.
Ooh. The Wild Jayhawks against TCU. This is the matchup.
Rock chalk. I'm betting Kansas every week until they lose.
Just as everybody expected, though. This is the matchup of the Big 12 year. Everyone expected.
This is for first in the Big 12.
It is. It's the 2 best teams. They're both undefeated.
I did it. Me and Larson both put a future on TCU to win the Big 12. Very proud of that one.
Yes. I can't fade TCU now.
I'm just saying, all right, guys. I love Kansas. You got game day coming there. It's going to be crazy. This is a great story, but everything in my mother is telling me TCU wins this game by a touchdown, at least.
Where's the public at on this game? Because if the public's all over TCU.
64% TCU, 80% TCU.
Oh, see, we have different apps.
Feeling Kansas. I might be taking Kansas. I don't know. I'm going to take.
I feel like this is one. I feel like this one I'll put money on, but it'll just be a little bit just to have fun. Maybe I like Kansas. Maybe I ride with them. But I can't really. I feel like this should be a good game. It could go either way.
I'm honestly just really looking forward to watching it. It's just going to be such a fun game. That place is going to be.
This noon slate is so
crazy.
good. I'm
it's
glad
a great
the 3:30 slate is bad because.
I'm not going to get to watch any of these fucking games because I'm going to be it.
Yeah, it's a great noon slate though.
Well, yeah, maybe if LSU's up by 30. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully, we're just not getting blown out by 30.
That would be sick.
Michigan and Indiana.
We already did that.
Oh, I already did that. Sorry. Buffalo and Bowling Green. Oh, what a matchup. You got
I've got Buffalo money line in a parlay, but that's about it.
Georgia Southern and Georgia State.
Georgia public is all over Georgia State, but Georgia State has burned me so many times this year. I'm just not betting them anymore. But if I had to pick, go with my Eagles.
All right, I'm not betting that. I bet Georgia State against Coastal. Fuck them.
Never. Yeah, that was horrible.
Ohio against Akron. That's good.
Arkansas.
Akron's really bad.
Yeah, they're always bad. Cincinnati and South Florida.
Speaking of bad, South Florida. Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
Ball State and Central Michigan. Central Michigan's just mad they're not playing Eastern and Western Michigan.
Seriously.
Wisconsin and Northwestern.
I got the under in this game. I have no stats to back this up.
That matchup right there.
Wisconsin and Northwestern at noon, under 44.5.
Give it to me. But yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, close enough.
It's a stay away for me just because I don't like. There's a very inconsistent pattern of how teams do after they fire their coaches.
Georgia Tech comes out and wins.
Thanks, Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
UAB and Middle Tennessee State.
Nope.
Okay. ECU and Tulane.
That should be a fun game. Tulane is getting 76% of the bets, though, so that's noteworthy.
I don't see your comments, T.
I don't either.
Yeah, he said someone texted me, or Turner told me text your or check your comments on stream. I don't see any.
I don't either.
Tough.
Sorry, buddy. Your locks must suck. Eastern
Try
Carolina and Tulane.
You just said that one.
Oh, my bad. I'm losing my mind. Liberty and UMass.
Oh God.
Miami of Ohio and Kent State.
I wanted to take Miami of Ohio. I'm not going to though.
Texas Tech and Oak State.
I got the over in this one. I think this is going to be a closer.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You're good. I like Texas Tech to cover, but I still like Oklahoma State to win. I think Texas Tech is frisky, and I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game. I think this is going to be a fun one. This is my fun game of the week. Is Texas Tech Oklahoma State?
This line the overs just talking about your over gone from 64 to 69.5.
Yeah, I got it at 60. I got it at like 66.
It feels very much like first glance like Texas Tech backdoors this game at the very end. Like they're down 15 and they just score random. Like that's just what I thought of.
Pitt and Virginia Tech. God, what happened to Pitt? They were supposed to be
fuck Pitt.
Good. Toledo and NIU.
Nope.
Action.
Auburn and Georgia.
Nothing. I'm not betting Georgia again until they. Oh, actually, no. How is
the public is hammering Auburn, dude? And this is a 30-point spread.
It's surprising.
I got the under in this game. 49.5.
Yeah, I can see you now, Turner.
This game has gone under. This game has gone under the last 5 times they played, and Georgia is 5-0 on unders this year. Give me the under.
I like. Turner goes Auburn money line.
It's fine. There's a reason Turner's not on this show.
I mean, he got kicked off from locks for his terrible picks. I'm gonna go with Georgia minus 29.5. I just feel like Georgia's better than we've seen.
They very well could, because this is going to be a big get up spot. We've talked about
it's going to be packed. It's going to be packed. It's going to be,
I'll be there. It's going to be loud. The home crowds. It's going to be like Arkansas last year when the home crowd was like actually affecting the game. Georgia has not had a true home game this year. Kent State and Stanford do not count.
They got to get out to a fast start, I think.
Definitely.
Let's get off to a fast start.
I mean, I just feel like this is one of those games. Like, remember Arkansas last year? And Arkansas was a much better team than Auburn.
Fast start.
It was just nuts in there. Like
we got like 3 straight false starts to start the game, and then Arkansas took like 2 sacks.
Underrated all-time loud game at Samford, I think.
100%.
I mean, Stanford's an underrated atmosphere. No one really talks about it, but it's fucking nasty. I mean, all the SEC places are good, but
Stanford's just not like it's not going to be loud for like Samford or Kent State. But if we have a big game, it will be loud.
Yeah, I agree. Tulsa and Navy.
I love Navy, actually. This is one of my favorite picks. Navy plus 6.5. They're not a very good team, but they are playing a lot better recently. They own Tulsa in this matchup. They've won 4 of their last 5. And 85% of the bets are on Tulsa, and 94% of the money's on Tulsa. I like Navy here. These service academies are weird. It's hard to go there and win.
Yeah.
Navy keeps it close.
I got no fucking clue. UCLA and Utah.
I would probably take UCLA. UCLA's been good to me this year.
I like UCLA, bro.
Give me plus 4 for UCLA.
Yeah. I mean, I know the public's kind of back. I think Utah, that loss to Florida is in my head.
They're disappointing this year. They haven't played great. I mean,
I'm
they
gonna
took
get
it to
on the
Oregon
I'm
State
gonna get on
last
the
week,
UCLA hype train. Maybe
Let's
I'm
get
late.
UCLA. Some of
I
these
think
games,
UCLA is undefeated against the spread too. By the way,
I'll take
no,
they're
South Alabama
3-2,
5-0
3-2.
in real life though, which is
Yeah.
better than being undefeated against the spread.
The
Maybe not us.
sharps have come in and bet UCLA a lot, like yesterday, super late in the week. So I like UCLA a lot.
All right, Duke and Georgia Tech. Ooh, what a game!
Hey,
92%
Duke
of the
needs to
public on
fucking
Duke.
win this game. Duke
Yeah.
needs to fucking win this game. Seriously, don't mess around with this team, with this win total for Georgia Tech.
Me and
Just
Larson
go
have
win.
under 3.5 wins for Georgia Tech. When
I
you
cannot
yeah,
believe
under 3.5.
I can't believe I'm nervous about it. Like all of a sudden, I mean, it could happen. This is all Pittsburgh's fault. Seriously,
really.
and they should have beaten Tennessee.
What
Pittsburgh.
are what do we got going on here? Ole Miss only -6.5 in a letdown spot against Vandy. I mean, what do we got here? -16.5.
Whoa, six? I was about to say
16.5.
6.5.
You said
Still,
six.
16.5 is
Damn.
way too little.
That
Way
feels like a
too
trap
low.
line. It's
Hey,
up to
It's
hey,
100% a trap line. You got
Sleepy spot going to Vanderbilt. It's going to be a little quiet.
does Ole Miss
Never know.
Where
Could
does
Vanderbilt
Ole Miss
strike?
play after this? This has got to be a sandwich.
They might have Bama next week.
They play Auburn. They host Auburn the week after.
I mean, that's a big game.
Look ahead, sleepy atmosphere. Vanderbilt's getting some
Yeah.
sharp money.
No, they do. I mean, this game, the public is on them, and the lines dropped 2.5 points.
Hey, Vanderbilt got me my 2.5 wins. I don't need to bet them anymore.
Ole Miss really fucked me last week. I thought.
Jake,
for
this
sure
feels
that-
like a game. This feels like a game you bet the first quarter over 13.5.
Yeah, this actually could be a spot for that.
I think the
could see
Sharps
Vandy-
are on the over. Sharps love the over in this game.
Turner saying Ole Miss 16.5.
Could be.
I'm gonna hop on Ole Miss. I just can't see them fucking not covering this.
Ole Miss is getting all the public, and it's dropped from -19 to
I
-17.
know. But sometimes the public is right.
Ooh.
Sometimes they're
That's true.
right. That
2
last
weeks in a
week-
row, though. 2
Hey.
weeks in a row.
I mean,
Hey, we're hoping they're going to be right with Ohio State.
Yeah,
Why?
this is my
You
big.
have
That's another one of my big games of the week.
Ohio State's just a weird game. It's just
UNC and Miami. God.
Public 93% of the public on UNC should probably tell you Miami's going to win, or 81% of the public.
So
on
bad.
UNC.
There's no way I'm touching a Miami bet.
I'm not getting anywhere.
This
close
is
to that
this
game.
is a game where I could look down and someone could be winning 28-0, and I wouldn't be surprised whoever it is that's winning.
No thanks.
All right. Let's
No
move
problem.
on to Washington and Arizona State.
I like Washington
Washington.
-14. Arizona State is not good. Washington is
Yeah.
third in passing in the FBS. I'm fading bad secondaries this week. I've already faded Arkansas. I'm fading Arizona State. I got one more coming up.
Yep.
I'll hop
Washington
on
-13 is one of my favorites too. I
I'll
love
hop on with you because I like that as well.
it. Yeah.
what'd you say?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say they throw for like 360 passing yards a game. Washington does something absurd.
I mean, we do remember going back to that Ole Miss Bama game that Bama beat them 60-3. Like, how does Ole Miss not cover that? I just I know I'm sounding like such a square right now, but I can't see it.
Look, you keep saying this, and I was the person all last week saying there's no way Georgia doesn't cover 28 against Missouri, and so I don't know anything now, and so I can't.
And
really
you know
guarantee
what
much.
everyone's saying right now. There's no way Michigan State hangs around with Ohio State. That's why
There's not. There's not.
That's why
Let's
it's
do
weird.
that. Let's go ahead and do that one now. We've been talking about it.
Yeah.
Ohio
Max,
State.
26.5.
Did you guys watch this game last year?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, this was my most profitable game
It was
last year.
49-0 at halftime. 49-0 at half. And Michigan State has gotten worse. I got Ohio State in this game. I think Ohio State blows them out again. I got them full game and first half. This is my rat line of the week. This is the cheese I'm going to take. Besides, what was my other rat line of the week that I took?
You took Texas.
Texas. Yeah.
The other thing that backs Ohio State here is Michigan State plays Wisconsin the next week, which will be a game they're excited for. I mean, I totally agree with you. Ohio State should win by 50. There's just something.
This is the time of the year where it's Ohio State wagon time. Like, this is where
Right.
you hop on the wagon and you say, oh, and this is where they cover. They don't cover early. They might not cover late when they play Michigan and shit like that. But in between playing fucking Michigan State, Wisconsin, they just beat these teams down.
Yeah, I could see myself going for maybe Ohio State over 46. Their team
I'm gonna
total.
do it again.
That's
I'm gonna
probably
do it again. I mean, I am such a square.
That's what I'm doing. I'm doing that. Put me for Ohio State's team total. I'm going over.
I am a
46.
fucking square this week. This is pathetic. The public. This is either gonna be a really good or really bad week.
I'm trying to stay away from the ratty ones. I mean, Texas is ratty. LSU makes me nervous. I feel really good about Mississippi State, though, and I've already won UCF, so I'll be okay.
UTSA and Western Kentucky. My Roadrunners got a big win for me last week. I'll say that. One of the few.
Nope. I think I'm actually done. I don't even know if I have any night games.
Air Force and Utah State.
I love Air Force minus 10 on that one. Yep. Public's on Air Force too, but I'm not worried about that.
Utah State, they're starting quarterback too, correct?
Right, for the season.
App State versus Texas State?
Yeah.
UConn versus
App State.
Sorry.
No, App State's been so inconsistent this year, but UConn, FIU, PU.
That's the worst game of the week. That's the worst game.
Two of the worst teams in the FBS over the past 5 years.
Let's go to Wyoming and New Mexico.
I have a small bet on New Mexico +4, but it's nothing.
Southern Miss and
nothing
Troy.
Impressive.
UTEP and La Tech. James Madison and Arkansas State.
I think Arkansas State's been a wagon this year. I think they're 5-0 against the spread.
But so is James Madison. It's a
battle.
Someone has to lose.
Hey, Mike.
Someone has to lose.
Best game of the year. I agree. New Mexico +4. Come on.
I love this. Let's go Washington State, USC.
Ooh,
I think Wazoo.
Kind of like Washington State.
That's a Wazoo game, right?
Here's the problem. I cannot believe Washington State is getting the majority of the public. It's like 70-75% of the public on Washington State.
God, what is wrong
that's not what this is supposed to be. The public is supposed to bet USC. I don't get it.
Is the public getting smarter?
So I can't bet Washington State. I can't do it.
USC, me and Lawrence have talked about this, though. USC is like +12 in turnovers this year. That is going to regress at some point.
It could be this game. It's going to be the game I don't bet on them. They're going to throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah. There's no way they can keep that up.
God, hey, how about we have a little in the comments section? We have a little long shot bet here. Jalen Milroe, Heisman. We have a little Jalen Milroe Heisman favorite here.
We want cover.
Clemson and Boston College. The comment section is getting too rowdy.
I'll say this: there's a little theory I have. These primetime games at night that look horrible on paper. They tend to stay close when people don't think they will, just because it's a primetime game.
I mean, Clemson's also Boston College 2 huge games. I mean, against Wake Forest and NC State.
Boston College should have beaten Clemson the last 2 times they've played too.
Boston College.
I'm going Boston College.
That Boston College Louisville game was one of the weirdest games I've ever watched.
Because guys, let's not forget. All right, this is what I'll say about Clemson. I don't know if any of you guys have been there, but that place is crazy. Much like Georgia for big games, that place gets loud as hell, really hard to win. That's why I thought NC State was not going to beat them at home. But away from home, Clemson hasn't been good. They have trouble scoring points. It's not like they've all of a sudden turned into this offensive wagon. This is a big game for Boston College. It's their biggest game of the year. Get up here, let down spot. Now, the more I think about it, Boston College should cover this.
I'd buy a half point and get 21.
21. Give me
write it
3
out.
touchdowns. Give me 3 touchdowns. Kansas State and Iowa State. Does Iowa State get back on track here?
Fuck Iowa State. Never again.
Never again.
They're the worst team to bet of all time.
Don't care.
Notre Dame and BYU. This is a weird game.
This is weird too because you can get best odds at BYU at +7, and the best odds for Notre Dame are -3.5.
+7. Wow.
On Action, that's what it says for best odds. It's probably in some weird casino.
It's
or whatever,
it's BetMGM, which is weird. I don't know why they would have a 7, but
yeah.
I don't know. This is a random game. The last time we talked about Notre Dame playing in a random game, they lost to Marshall. So I'll stay away.
South Carolina, only a 6-point dog against Kentucky at home. This line's dropped 4.5 points.
Listen what happened last night. I got him last night at +10, and literally 30 minutes later, Chris Felica on ESPN said Will Levis might not play. I was texting my Kentucky friends. They were like, what are you talking about? Call me stupid. Will Levis is playing. Boom. He's questionable. The line movement always knows. So I don't know what's going on there. The line movement tells me he's not playing. They wouldn't move that much.
Arkin, the mortal lock is Mississippi State. KJ Jefferson.
I think the mortal lock is Mississippi State. Second mortal lock, I just convinced myself of is Boston College.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think Clemson's offense, like 21 points against any team with a fucking pulse is.
Broncos -2.5. The
Said
Broncos
Broncos.
stink like shit. I'm not betting.
I am not betting that game tonight. No fucking way. I'm not getting
No.
myself in a hole starting the week
First quarter under 7.5.
with
Did
some
you see?
shit-ass team.
Did y'all see the stats about Matt Ryan through his first 4 games?
He's on pace to
Nine-
shatter the fumbles record.
9 fumbles. He has 9 fumbles and 5 interceptions through 4 games.
That's not good, guys.
Unbelievable.
Let's wrap this up, though. Army and Wake Forest,
Nothing.
Coastal Carolina and ULM.
ULM plus 14 for me.
NC State and FSU. That's a good one. Only -3.
Hey,
Stay away. I feel like that's an overreaction line. With
need a
Florida State
win.
playing so bad last week.
Need a win here, NC State.
Yeah, because we have their.
I mean, are you
wins
betting
over.
them, or you just need that for your own?
Not betting him. Just need him.
Yeah,
to
we
win.
need it. Yeah.
Yeah, understood. Here we got A&M and Alabama. I'm hopping on Alabama -23.5.
Yeah, it feels that way.
I feel like this is a Saban rub Jimbo's nose in his own shit type of game.
Guys, and to be honest with you guys, like Alabama, away from home, like obviously they covered against Arkansas last week, but typically away from home, I think Arkansas is terrible. So I took
It's iffy.
Alabama. But away from home, I think 4 of the last 6 games away from home have been decided by 3 points or less.
Right.
with
But it's in
Rice-
Tuscaloosa, is it not?
So, but
Yeah.
in Tuscaloosa, though, they're a fucking wagon. They're a wagon. They've been a cover machine. Their offense clicks. So I don't really care who starts at quarterback. I like Bama in this game. And this is a revenge spot. I like this game.
Someone said it reminds them of the Alabama LSU after LSU beat Alabama, where Bama came out and just smacked them. And I wonder if we're going to get that.
I don't remember that game. I don't remember those games. Oregon and Arizona.
I would take the over, but I don't have a strong
Weird.
feel either way. Arizona's not as bad as I
70?
thought they would be.
70.5. Shoo.
I love high overs. I love high overs and I love low unders.
Yeah, that's true. You're not going to bet
Ohio
Iowa. Have we
State
done
and
Iowa,
Boise
Illinois?
State.
Yeah, Iowa, Illinois, the game of the
Did I miss that?
36.5. Any takers?
Fuck.
I'm considering.
I would
it.
take the under, though. Absolutely take the underwear.
That might be. Yeah, that might be it.
Why is this guy telling me to wear sunscreen?
That's funny. That's a good one.
Let's see.
Fresno State, Boise State.
Yeah.
Boise's the bet in that one. If I was betting it,
Hawaii
but I will
and
not.
San Diego State.
It's a gross one.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Last one, Oregon State and Stanford.
Stay away.
No, I will not be watching that because Robert Griffin and Mark Jones are calling that one. They're awful. I'm not watching that. There are a lot of chances for some late night chase games.
Yeah, there's definitely some late night chases here, especially A&M Alabama.
It does.
If I'm down because like all my games are noon 3:30. If I'm down like 3 units, I'm gonna throw it all on Bama probably.
All right, boys. I like the comeback. I really like the comeback this week. I think we get it done. Let's make some money, and then let's make some money next week and just keep the fucking train rolling. Let's get back on track. Thank you guys for listening. Suck 'em.